I'm from Barbados. I've been nursing for the past 18 years, been a registered nurse for 16, and I spent the last 12 years in the operating theatre. Coming up in high school, I lived with my extended family and my great grandma. She got ill. So in caring for her, I started to find that it was something that really touched me, and I wanted to continue in that field. After exploring about nursing, I realized that we do have a lot of opportunities, so I just went for it. My favorite part about being a nurse is the interaction that I have with people. We get to touch so many lives and make so many friends, and the feeling is great to know that you've contributed in this way to someone and that it leaves a lasting memory with them. Nursing in the US has always been a dream for me, more so because of the amount of areas that you can go into, whether it's administrative or if you just want to be in management or actually on the floor. My long-term goal actually is to end up in management, but I do believe that the experiences that I will get in the US now will definitely build a firm foundation for that goal. I did apply to some other nursing agencies prior to my application to Avant. I had some colleagues that would have went ahead of me, and they said, you should try this Avant. It seems to be, a good company. The difference with Avant for me was that I was not working in a 100-bed facility at the time, and when I reached out to Avant, the contact person said that they would speak to have a meeting where they would determine if my facility would allow me to be part of the program. The response I got was swift, and they did tell me, well, we would accept you based on your facility. I thought that this was personalized and that they looked at me as an individual and just not another nurse in a 100-bed facility, meeting certain criteria in order to be able to give them a chance to get this journey. And I think that was one of the most touching things for me in relation to my journey so far with Avant. When I started with Avant, we usually go through a 7-month program training for the NCLEX exam. It would have been my first time in the classroom since I graduated in 2006. So I did have more than a 10-year gap in terms of being in class. It was intimidating for me because I was wondering if it would be up to par with the US nurses, with our educational system back home and so forth. Avant had an amazing program. However, I did meet some personal challenges which I ended up not passing my NCLEX on the first time. The response I got from Avant was, again, I have to say, very personalized. My specialist reached out to me. We did some more training and I was able to resit my NCLEX, and I passed it in 75 questions. So I was very proud of myself for sticking in there and for having the support that I needed at that time within the remediation to pass my NCLEX and to start this journey. Meeting the staff. I think after 3 years of interacting with people over the internet, all the emails, all the phone calls, and then you get here and you can actually put faces to the people that you've gone so close to. I think that was touching for me, as well as my current clinical transition specialist. Very encouraging in classes. They're very, incorporate everybody, and you feel as though the program is tailored to you and not to a group of people. Oh, amazing. As I said, I would have started the journey about 3 years ago. And even though you're on the journey, every day you're taking another step, but to actually get here and have your social security, your green card, is an amazing feeling. My advice to any nurse aspiring to come to the US is to choose Avant first. Stick to your dreams. Sometimes it gets difficult, sometimes it can be overwhelming, but the reward at the end of the day is definitely worth the sacrifice.